whatever. I don't own any pets, but I'll tell you one thing. People love their pets, and they will spend all their money on their pets, which is why I've also always been really bullish on Petco. But I was really surprised, honestly, to see that they're only trading at $2.72.
Yeah, people will go to the ends of the earth for them pets.
Yes.
Okay, so now we will transition into our Beat the Bell segment. And before we do it real quick, we'll go over this economic news, what happened in the global markets, what happened in the financial headlines, and do some pre-market analysis in this segment for opportunities to find some active day and swing trades. So in the economic news today, we have the crude oil inventories coming out at 10:30 a.m. The forecast for that is 0.9 million barrels to go out. The 30-year,
a lot of barrels.
Yeah, a lot of oil. 30-year bond auction is today at 101. So that rounds out our economic news for today. Now, checking out the market news.
Oh, wait.
No.
Like, is a signal for me to do something? I'm confused.
Kicking it off into the Asian market. Okay, the Asian Dow was down 0.21%. The Nikkei 225 down 0.26%. The Hang Seng Index down 0.07%. The Shanghai Index down 0.4%. The Sensex Index down 1.23%. And the Singapore Index up 0.61%.
All right. Heading into our U.S. markets, they're actually looking pretty green across the board. Really interested to see if our U.S. futures are saying the same thing. Probably not. But the Dow is currently up 0.61%. S&P 500 is also up 1.12%. Our NASDAQ is up 1.54%. That VIX is down 0.58%. And then gold is also up 0.12%. And then oil is up 2.36%.
Okay. VIX was down 0.6% yesterday. We got paid off the ride up mid-session, on a ride down earlier in the session that we called mid-session on the way up. In the afternoon was busting to the upside as we called yesterday. So if you got into any of those rides, definitely looking forward to seeing you guys share your wins in the chat today from stocks, options, and futures, because we had some really good calls yesterday on those. Yeah. Now, in the futures, Dow Jones futures are up 0.09%. The S&P 500 futures are down 0.02%. The NASDAQ futures are down 0.26%. Gold futures are up 0.11%. Silver up 0.8%. And crude oil up 2.37%. Now, hopping right into the forex markets, the euro is up 0.09%. Japanese yen is up 0.18%. The Great British Pound is up 0.04%. The Australian dollar is up 0.12%. The DXY index is down 0.08%, and the Wall Street Journal dollar index is up 0.01%.
All right. Heading into our crypto, I mean, honestly, I'm like a broken record. Every morning we talk about crypto.
It's jumping for sure.
Bitcoin's up. Ethereum's up. Up. That's what I say every day, right?
It's up.
That's what I say. All right. Bitcoin, once again, currently up this morning, 2.22%. Trading around $72,979 a coin. I've heard this 100K is on the horizon. Let's see. Ethereum is also up 1.76%, trading around $4,022. XRP is also up 0.52%. Bitcoin Cash is up 3.78%. Litecoin is also up 0.29%. And then Monero is also up 0.05%. Now, I'll tell you one thing. I know a lot of people say that Bitcoin is like, oh, it's out of our price range. But if you think that Bitcoin's getting to 1 million, this 72,000 looking kind of like a deal.
Well, yeah, here's the thing about this with everybody that you also need to understand. You don't have to buy an entire Bitcoin to have Bitcoin exposure. You can literally buy fractions. You can do a dollar cost average strategy on Bitcoin and buy what you can afford. You could buy $1 a day, $10 a day, $100 a day, $100 a week, $100 a month, and do what's called building a position. You could be a position trader position investor with Bitcoin and just accumulate it a little bit over time. You don't have to have fear of missing out and try to go in and blow your mortgage, go get a second loan to try to catch this wave, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like, and we teach all of this stuff in the Wall Street Academy. You can use different approaches for acquiring different slots of things that you want. You don't have to always be able to afford the whole thing, but this is insight, and knowing is half the battle, right? If you don't know, then you don't know, right? So the other thing is, people really need to understand that if you do not own the key, you do not own the crypto. Let me say that again. This goes for any crypto. If you do not own the key, you do not own the crypto. So what that means is every cryptocurrency has a digital key, a digital ledger that is on the decentralized network that is, transparent for everybody to see, et cetera, right? But if most of the American exchanges, some are now starting to change and give you access and allow you to transfer out, but most of the American exchanges own the actual keys to the crypto. So if you buy Bitcoin on Robinhood or Webull or some of these platforms that don't allow you to actually own the key, you don't own that Bitcoin. I don't care how much you have. You could have a whole Bitcoin, 10 Bitcoin. If it's in those exchanges that don't allow you to own the key or transfer that out, you don't own that, okay? So I want you guys to really, really know and understand that. And you need to be careful, because if you're accumulating all of this Bitcoin on exchanges and platforms that don't allow you to actually own the crypto, and let's say Bitcoin go to $1 million and you go try to get your stuff out, it's not yours. Okay.
Yeah, but a lot of them are definitely setting up wallets now. So like Robinhood has the wallet. If any of you guys are on Webull, Webull has wallets, right? So I have wallets. I have a Coinbase. I have a lot of wallets. Actually, I was on the other night. I was like going through. So I was like looking through some of my wallets. I found like another like $2,000 worth of Ethereum sitting on another wallet, and actually condensed it and moved it over, because I'm like, I have too many different places. But just making sure that any of the places that you're purchasing your coins, as long as you have the ability that you could transfer them from one wallet to another, and they give you that key, which Robinhood does do, because I've transferred money coins in and out of there. So just make sure you guys understand where you're purchasing your coins, as they say.
The ideal situation is if you have a bulk amount, you need to get what's called a cold wallet, a cold storage. And a cold storage means that it's not connected to the internet, right? Because essentially, and this is why, if you guys been around me for years or a long time or watching this show, other programs, I say this all the time, that cybersecurity is the #1 threat to humanity. Because anything that touches the internet, anything that touches technology is hackable, right? And people could say, oh, I got encryption this and I got protection this and all of that. No, okay? The greatest hackers in the world cannot be stopped, okay? And they do what they want. So cold storage wallets are the highest probability for you to protect your digital assets. And that includes a cold storage that has never touched the internet, never been connected to different type of technology platforms, et cetera, et cetera. It simply allows a digital signal to go in for you to store your digital currency and leave it there, okay? So once you get to a certain amount of crypto, then, you can start taking some off of the platform, taking some off of the platform that you're using and putting it in cold storage. And this is free game that we're giving y'all, by the way, just because we really want you guys to know what you are doing, right? Because if you don't know what you're doing, you're not trading, you're not investing, you are gambling. And we don't want that for you. It's not saying that you're going to win every trade. It's not saying that you're going to win every day, but it's saying that essentially, at least you know what you're doing and you're giving yourself a shot and giving and understanding, which is half of the battle, right? All right, let's hop over into our charts.